Full camera cage, L bracket. What is the best option? As a photographer and videographer, this has been the debate I have internally at least twice a week. For most photography work, a full camera cage is too cumbersome. And for most video work, an L bracket comes with its own unique set of problems. If you're anything like me, you spend hours researching what's the best option for you and your workflow. Well, in this video, I'll go over what I chose for my personal workflow and what obstacles this device in particular helped me solve in the way. This video is not sponsored by anyone, and I've spent my own money in a test of trial and error until I stumbled upon the absolute perfect option for my everyday workflow in the field, where I use my camera for both photos and videos on the same job. If I've built the anticipation enough by now, let's get right into it. What's the deal, everybody? Welcome back to the studio. I'm Jeremy Deal, and today I'm going to be talking about my search for the perfect L bracket, the main issues I faced with them in the past, and the one I chose to use in my professional career, and why. First question you're probably going to ask is, why not just the full cage and be done with it? Well, the answer to that one's pretty easy. I hate the way they feel in my hand when doing handheld photography work. For video work, it's no big deal because you either have an extra handle strapped to the side, or you have a gimbal or slider or top handle. Basically, when it comes to video, there are tons of options to how you hold your camera. But when it comes to hand holding your camera for photography specifically, it requires a more tactile approach in the handling of that camera. You can't just press record button once and move your hand away to grasp something else. Your hand has to remain on that button, be ready to fire off in a moment's notice. This is the crux of my issue and why I love the idea of the L bracket. Not only should it give me a few mounting options on one side of the camera, it leaves the other side of the camera open to my natural hand placement for photography in particular, and it makes you able to go from vertical to horizontal on a tripod or gimbal as quickly as you can switch it around, theoretically. So, the L bracket's a no-brainer, right? Wrong. Up until now, every L bracket I've used for every camera system I've shot with has the exact same problem: the ability to properly use your flip-out screen. Let me show you an example. Here's my GH5 with the small rig L bracket attached. Looks clean, right? Should serve its purpose well, except for this one huge error in conception. Flip-out screen can go this way, but I have no rotational access with it. And as I bring it out, I can rotate a little bit, but as you can see, these brackets are designed simply does not allow you to use your flip-out screen and rotate it to any viewpoint you would need. This thing was basically designed to negate the one thing we all want on our cameras, that flip-out screen. Is it possible to maneuver your screen around and make it work? Sure, you can, but it always places the screen in that position that I feel like is easily breakable. Not only that, this L bracket in particular requires you to carry around an extra tool so that way you can undo the bottom and slide out this slide just to be able to access the HDMI ports, because without it, you just can't. Huge fail in my opinion. If I hate full cages on my hands and L brackets are designed horribly, then why am I even making this video? Well, that's because I finally found one that actually works with the camera, allowing for full functionality of the flippy screen and all the ports on my A7 IV. So let me switch this camera over to my GH5S so I can show you exactly what I picked out. The Falcam F22 and F38 quick release L bracket for the Sony A7 Mark IV. Notice right away that they've done away with the goofy dual bar design with the open space in the center, instead opted to go with just a single bar that runs up the front side of the camera. Why does this matter? Well, let me show you. First of all, I require no tools or cage reassembly to make everything work. It just does natively. I flip out my screen and it works exactly where I want. By placing the one single support structure to the front, it allows full articulation of the flippy screen to any direction Sony will allow you to take it to begin with. Once again, everything you want to do. Secondly, as I hinted to a moment ago, all my ports are easily accessible with the flippy screen open, I might add. It just fits. You get to use your camera with something added, plain and simple. The other reason I like this L bracket in particular is because of the way the two mounting ports are incorporated into the bracket itself. I was a user of Manfrotto plates for the majority of my career because for a long time it was either that or Arca Swiss, and Manfrotto was the only quick release system that I was aware of. But once Peak Designs came out and reinvented the whole mounting block system, it seemed the game was over for me and my strict adherence to the Manfrotto Code of Conduct. That was all out the window, and after trying multiple options, I decided on the Ulanzi F38 system. It was the one system that seemed to fit all my needs easily, and they even made a bracket specifically for my Weebill S, so that's what made me make the jump, and I went all out and spent about $100 and replaced all my mounting hardware. Did I mention the fact that these mounting options are like half the price of the others I was using before? And I have been using these for about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, and I personally have not had any issues with any of them. Now, all that being said, this L bracket has the F38 mount built directly into the bottom of the cage, but if that's not enough for you, it also has an extra one built into the side of the L bracket. No additional place needed. Again, it all just works because it was properly thought out as it was being designed. Not only that, but it has 8 mounting options on this one vertical arm, and the coolest part for me is the F22 mount rail system on the side. This allows me to easily attach a mic to the side of my camera, or I can slide on this 11-inch arm that holds my various crystals and prisms for shooting with. In my opinion, this is the most versatile L bracket you can get for the Sony a7 IV, and it's just because it's so well thought out to begin with. I'm not paid to say this. I'm not an affiliate of their program, but you can buy them through my Amazon affiliate link below. I just really love this product and how it's helped me in my everyday shooting life. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out my affiliate links below and maybe buy some of the cool sticker designs to support your favorite loudmouth. Keep rocking and rolling, enjoy what you're doing, and comment down below with the camera cage system you use now. Do you love it and why? If you want to see the last video I did about an average week in my real estate creative life, you can check that out over here. And if you want to see my latest upload, you can check that out over here. Catch you next time.